It's the real nitty-gritty. Boots on the ground. It's the real nitty-gritty. Boots on the ground. It's the real nitty-gritty. Boots on the ground. It's the real nitty-gritty. Boots on the ground.
Hey, welcome. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening from wherever you're watching me from. I wanted to thank y'all for stopping by the live stream today. I'm supposed to have an interview today with a guy. He says he just got married. He came to the Philippines for the first time. He got married within 2 weeks, and I just wanted to kind of get into his head to see what thought process goes into doing something like that, because I'm against that, guys. I'm gonna tell you now. I'm against coming over here for the first time, meeting somebody. I don't care how fabulous she is, and getting married. Remember, being married has a lot of implications, man, and there's a lot of reasons people do it. And that's a fact, man. But before I get started, let me welcome the NTZ crew. Thank you, Beat Your Life. I see you on here already. I know Jacob Tanjay will be on here soon. I do want to give out a few shout outs, man. Jeffrey Tatter, Kenny Wynn, and Darren Cooper, man. These guys have been super helpful with my upcoming trip to Thailand, man. I don't know anything about Thailand. I'm a newbie, but I will be flying out soon, and I'm excited now. These guys got me excited, man. I didn't know what to expect. Even TJ Johnson was saying some things, and one guy said, man, be careful. You might not come back. I'm like, wow, is it that nice? I said, I hope I like it. He said, no, you're not going to like it. You're going to love it. So I'm looking forward to that. The exchange rate is 52.68. I mean, it's going up, man. I mean, if you don't think that's a fabulous amount, you haven't been over here. It gotten down during the pandemic to 47 something. Another of my subscribers wanted to pass this on. He says his wife arrived in the Philippines from America, his Filipino wife, and they still ask for a negative RT-PCR result. You know, I hope that's corrected before I return, because it's all over the news here. They've already made it official that if you're fully vaccinated with at least one booster, you don't have to have that COVID test pre-departure. I did get my booster on Tuesday. And man, let me tell you something. I got the Pfizer. And boy, have I been groggy these last couple of days, man. It's a side effect that I'm getting from this jab. Because when I took the Sinovac vaccination, but the Pfizer booster, I don't know if that had something to do with it, man, but my arm is still sore a little bit. Well, yeah, it's sore. And man, I'm sleepy all the time, man. But yeah, thank you guys for that. Also, I want to give a shout out to Sam McCall up in Cavite. He came to here's the guy. He's connecting right now. He's up in Cavite. He came to my meet and greet, him and his beautiful wife, Nelia. And because of him, the guest house does have Wi-Fi now. He sent me a Wi-Fi extender, man, and Sam, man, it works like magic. I plugged it into my bedroom wall right here, because they said plug it halfway in between the router and the destination. And I mean, I've got so when you come here, you're going to have a full signal over in the guest house. Thank you, Sam, for that. But yeah, he's it says they will need to connect their microphone cam before you can add them to the stream. I guess he's trying to get that done now because I saw where he popped up. But yeah, I'm just going to get into his head. I've got another subscriber, man. He came over here for the first time. I'm going to interview him maybe next Thursday. He hasn't pulled the trigger yet, but he's proposing. And I just want to kind of get into their heads, and maybe this can help you to find out, what are you thinking to marry a woman that fast? What goes into that? Does she have, super pussy? What is it? Are you that lonely? Sexually frustrated? I don't get it, man. Because we do things over here, though. He's trying to. Let me go on. Let me send him an email. Tell him he has to connect his microphone and cam. It says activate your mic and cam. Okay, he says it blocked it, but it asked you to do that. So he's having trouble. Hey, thank you, Franz Pricel Jr. for the super chat. He said, "What's up, Cal? Johnny Depp won. I'm loving it." I haven't even been following that. I don't know what that's all about, but evidently that must be a win for the real men of the world, because a lot of guys have been following that. But yeah, I want to find out. I hope this guy comes on here, man. But I'm strictly against that, guys. Don't do that. I'm getting ready to make a video, Philippines boot camp, for the first time visitors to the Philippines. And that's one of the things that I'm staunchly against. Don't marry anybody over here on your first trip. You don't know anybody for 2 weeks. I don't care how beautiful she is and spectacular and fabulous a woman is, man. The wrong marrying the wrong woman over here can have some real crazy implications, man. You're really getting off to a bad start. W Secrets of Success Vlog says, okay, let's see what Cal got for us today. Man, if this guy can get his thing situated, man, I think we've got a doozy here, guys. Because, I don't sugarcoat it. I'm going to put him on the hot seat. I want to know what's going on, man. Believe it or not. I want to know why he pulled the trigger like that. Hey, thanks, D. Johnson. He said, nice page. He said, 2 weeks means, Dark Sider said, 2 weeks means you only just got boots on the ground. What's the rush? Yeah, I always say that, we're chasing women that's standing still. Guys, they're not going anywhere. There's no need to rush like that. She can't go anywhere. And once you come over here, you basically solidify it. Once your boots on the ground and y'all consummate that together, the Filipina's going to hold on to you, man. She's not going to let you go like that. So there's no, he got that, man. She must have that just souped up tune up, man. I'm pretty sure she gave him the oil change and possibly the lube job too, because he married her quick. But he's not the only one. He's not the first one, guys. Y'all got to understand that. This happens all the time over here, and I don't understand it. I'm trying to get him to make me understand it. Daryl, you didn't do that, did you? Daryl Fullmore, thanks for that super sticker. And this is a guy, he loves his Filipino wife, but I'm pretty sure you didn't marry her the first time you got over here, did you? And he really loves, he's got a good relationship. I think She's been in the States almost 5 years or something like that. But I don't think you came over here and pulled the trigger like that. Malibu Ken says only 3 reasons to get married. 1, you have kids with them. 2, bringing them back home with you. 3 is trap them as your caregiver. Let's see if he's responded to me yet, because I want to get his take on this, man. This is crazy, guys. It says it won't let me connect. I don't understand what the problem he's having. Is there another way? Let's see. And no one has ever had problems, clicking the link. I don't know what to tell you. Let me see. Yeah. He can't get on. So, man, this was going to be a doozy. He says, is Thailand still? Yeah, he won't. See, it says right here, it says, they will need to connect their microphone or cam. Okay. Let me tell him his microphone and cam is not connected. And then that'll be it. I can't keep going on, man. It says your mic and cam is not connected. He said, get him on your phone. He said, explain why not to marry. Come on, D. Up for 2 weeks is what I'm saying. I'm not saying don't marry. I'm saying there's no reason for you to come over here. Your first trip to the Philippines, you've been talking to a woman online. I don't care how long you've been talking to her. It's not long enough, guys, for you to come over here and marry her. I mean, really? And even in 2 weeks? Yeah, see, this is what I'm saying. He said he can't figure out a laptop. Plus, he's going to marry someone after 2 weeks. He said, oh, boy. Yeah, this is crazy, man. Don Baracho says, I just had a long-distance conversation with my ex-Filipina. I want her back so bad. Well, come on over here, man. That's all you got to do. I was charged 3,000 extra pesos to extradite my 1 month visa extension normal. Now, well, it should have just cost you 3,000 pesos, not 3,000 extra. Because the express lane, you got to check that anyway. That's not normal. So what was the total, Thomas, that you ended up paying? 6,000? Because if you paid 3,000, that's what you were supposed to pay. W Secret says, Cal was thinking you were about to share with us you jumped the broom. Oh, no. But you remember, me and Merlin been together 3 years. And not 3 weeks. These guys are crazy, man, to do that. Hey, Timothy Hennigan says, what's up, Cal? I missed most of the live. No, we just started, brother. 13 minutes ago. Jalen Brown says, I'm a 25-year-old black man. I have a wife in Bantayan Island. Okay, tell us about that. Did you marry her in 2 weeks? Yeah, he said they're not aliens. They're still women, yeah. But we want to know what makes somebody come over here and marry somebody like that they don't know. We don't do this kind of stuff. This is not normal behavior in our home countries. So if anybody's on here that's done that, kind of give us some insight, man. What are you thinking? Were you even thinking is what I'm saying. Damon B. Cool says loneliness. Yeah, but like I said, man, I mean, is this some control issues? Because, okay, in his email, and I'm not picking on him, that's why I wanted him on the show, because remember last week, we had Reggie on a bad situation. And I said, I want to do the 360. So if anybody with a good situation, I'd like to have him on. And he emailed me. He said, yeah, I got a good situation. I got a wonderful Filipino wife. And, he sent me a video. They were singing My Endless Love at their wedding. And I'm thinking, oh, okay, you've been married for 30 years. He said, no, this was back in March. I just married her. And I was like, wow, this is going to be an interesting story then. And he said he was here for 1 month, but they got married in that month, Oh, John Gomez says, Cal, who you picking for this fight? Kambosos or Haney this Saturday night in the States? I don't even know what you're talking about, John. To be honest with you. I don't even follow sports the way I used to. But Haney sounds familiar, so I guess I'll go with Haney. I know I watched the highlights of that. What's the little guy that's knocking everybody out from Baltimore, Maryland, got tattoos all over him? He knocked some guy out. Some guy was swinging wild. He just basically just stuck his left hand out there, and the guy was dead. Hey, Yusuf, thanks for joining us, man. This guy says, wow, 2 weeks, Jesus. Yeah, man. This is crazy. But I want to tell you that I'd like to tell you that he's the only one that's done it, but it's not. And we're only meeting these women for the first time. But they always want to say, well, we've been chatting for 2 years or whatever it is. I don't care how long you've been chatting. It's not long enough. You'll never get to know her, man. Yeah, you got to get to know her. Hey, Gleason Baker, thank you, brother, for stopping by today. I really appreciate you, man. I hope you get a chance to come over here. I know you in North Carolina. I'm trying to figure out how far you are from my son. I think you told me. Tariq Campbell says, Haney going to win. I got 150 on him. Wow. And Tariq is here. And I'm going to tell you something, man. You are natural with your – I watched one of your videos, but you hadn't left the States yet. And I'm going to encourage you to keep going because, man, it was real interesting. Okay, Ron's World said Javante Davis. Okay, yeah, I see him. Tank. Oh, yeah, he basically just – the guy was swinging. Wow. He just basically stuck his left hand out there, and the guy was crazy, man. Yeah. Let's see. I want to get to these guys right here. He said, yeah, 2 weeks. That's pretty thirsty. Yeah, and he's trying to get on here, but it just says he won't connect his – he must be trying to use some type of fancy mic and cam. They won't let him. All he has to do is go to the default. Let me tell him. Because I want to get this guy on here, man. I'm itching to talk to him. Yeah, I'm going to tell him to use the drop down and choose your mic and cam. I just use the default. Yeah, Durrell said, Durrell's a religious guy. He called him thirsty. He said, must have been his first piece. No, it wasn't. And as a matter of fact, here's what this guy told me. He said, Calvin, I'm as shocked as you are. He said, because I said I would never get married and I would never have kids because she's pregnant with his child right now. Supposed to have the baby in November. And that's got me scratching my head because, see, he came here, I believe in March, okay? And that don't add up, because my son was born in November, but I was here in January, and that adds up. But I wish him the best. Yusuf Omar Habib says, I got married once, and as of now, I don't have any desire whatsoever to get married again. Doesn't matter if it's a Filipino. In fact, it might be worse with a Filipino because there's no divorce. Well, the divorce, and I'm going to show you that, it's a divorce in America. And if, because see, guys are always telling me, oh, I'm going to get in trouble. You're going to get in trouble over there. You're married to a Filipina and you're with Maryland. Listen, guys, let me tell you something. My marriage isn't registered here in the Philippines, okay? There's no record on file in the Philippines that I'm married. The only way you can find out whether I'm married or not, you'd have to go to the U.S. Embassy and pay that $50 and have that report ran. But the Philippine government has no idea I'm married or not. I'm single as far as they're concerned. Fred Baldwin says, sure hope the guy can connect. This will be one interesting story. Yeah, Fred. And welcome to the show, OG Fred. Fred wasn't on the panel. He's getting that high-tech split air con unit put in here in his house. And it's not like the one you see behind me. Fred, he don't do it. He don't do anything normal like me. He got a souped up version. But yeah, Clarence 007 said, that's sus. Yeah, they're suspect. And I didn't read your other comment, but he said, Clarence said, it takes me 6 weeks to buy a car. He said, I sure ain't gonna get married in 2 weeks. Oh man, yeah, guys. He says, you need more than 2 weeks, man. Absolutely. I can't fathom that. But I had already talked about it on the video before many times, though. And finally, we got a guy that I can talk to who actually did it. Because I know guys that do it, but, they won't come on camera and talk about it. This guy, he said, yeah, I'll do it. He's proud, too. And that's what makes me want to talk to him. He's proud of it. He said, yeah, he says, I said I would never get married again. I would never have children. Well, hell, I don't know what kind of pussy this woman's got. Because I think she's got 2 children already. And I was going to ask him, I hope he gets on here. See, when you marry somebody that quick, especially over here, you don't know the cultural differences. I was going to ask him, I said, do you realize, man, that you're going to have some issues as a stepfather with the lady? If you ever try to discipline those kids in any kind of way, I don't care how much money you taking care of them. I don't care about any of that. He doesn't even know that. He doesn't even realize that he's not going to have any say-so over those kids he's going to be the stepfather for. This is important stuff, guys, that you have to know before you go getting married. So, yeah, he's already put the noose around his neck. Atomized J says, hey, guys, will marrying my Filipino girlfriend in the Philippines make it easier to bring her to the United States? Not under normal circumstances, but because the K1 is so backed up because of the lockdown, and when the U.S. Embassy shut all that down, it may be right now. But under normal circumstances, no. It's, it's going to be quicker, a whole lot quicker to marry her, do the K1. At least she'll get the visa faster. There's some pros and cons to both of them. The pros to marrying over here is by the time she gets to your home country, she'll have that green card already. She'll be able to work almost immediately. But at the same time, she'll be able to run off immediately. See? So with the K1, you still got 90 more days to kind of think it all the way through, get to know each other, which that's not enough, but it's better than 2 weeks. But another good thing about getting married over here, which I didn't do it, but we were at the point of getting our marriage recognized over here. You can get that 13A, see? I can't get it. Even if my wife in the United States would cooperate and try to get me the 13A, we'd have to register our marriage with the Filipino government, which it's not, see? They don't even know we're married. The fat man says, I'm getting married in the U.S. with my Filipino fiance just in case I need to divorce. Yeah, and see, that's the reason I did it, because I don't want to tie her up for the rest of her life, see? Yeah, I'm going to tell him to use his phone. And I wanted to give her that option, but because I'm going to tell you guys, I tell you all the time, man, me and my wife, we didn't split up because we didn't love each other and we didn't get along, man. She just wanted to go back to the United States. And that never was part of the plan, see? I never signed on to being alone for 6 months. I couldn't do it, and that's what really led to it, see, because I met Maryland, and, we wasn't, in my mind, of course, I was just looking for somebody just to have some fun with. I didn't think we would ever really stay together because I was married, but I wasn't going to be alone for 6 months. That's a fact. Hey, Jerome Morgan says, hey, Brother Calvin, big shout out from Toronto, Ontario, Canada. Thanks, man. Yeah, he can't get it. He can't get it situated. But believe it or not, there's not a whole lot more to the story. He's been going back and forth with me, and there's not a whole lot more to the story. He says that, he met her on the Black Planet website, and they just started talking back and forth for, I don't know, 2 years or something, is what he said. But it don't matter, guys. Y'all try to justify it by saying you've been having a conversation for 2 years. All you're seeing, it's like you talking to me now. All you're seeing is the back wall of my place. You don't know, you can't get to know anybody chatting with them, man, especially not Filipinos, because they're not going to tell you anything. You really have to find out a lot of stuff on your own. And then she'll be like, oh, yeah, I forgot to tell you that. Or, oh, yeah, I didn't tell you that. No, you didn't. And you'll start uncovering stuff. But to talk to somebody and try to justify it and say, well, we've been chatting for 2 years. So, I already knew everything I need to know about her. And she's just a wonderful woman. And we video chatted twice a day. Stop with that, guys, okay? That means absolutely nothing. The Filipina came on here and told you that. Not Seth Travel Vlogs. I forgot the lady's name. She said, guys, I want to warn you that just because you're video chatting with a Filipina doesn't mean she's yours. Hey, Mateo Distacio. He says, greetings from Vancouver, Canada. He said, enjoy and learn about San Carlos like your recent video. Yeah, this is a nice place, man. It's just a sleepy place. It's not for somebody who still who loves the nightlife and all that. Even though Maryland told me that at one time there was nightlife here. One of the powers to be must have pulled the plug on it, because she said that, it used to be a lot of fighting and stuff, because, Filipinos, they love to drink and, and stuff like that. And somebody must have pulled the trigger because, see, private citizens over here and even some government officials over here, they have the type of power that's illegal in the West. There's people over here that got their own armies and stuff. And I mean, if they tell you, hey, shut that nightlife down, you're disturbing my sleep. It could be something like that. Every business that got a nightlife shuts it down. Okay? That's how powerful people are over here. Grand Free Life says if distant relationships don't work, what else can they do? Sometimes you gotta do you and to hell with what everyone else thinks. I wouldn't, but no, we're not talking about that. We're saying, okay, his story and a lot of stories like his. He was chatting with the woman. They had a long distance conversation. It wasn't a relationship. He came over here after 2 years. They consummated it, obviously. And he got married. Now he's gone back. And now it's a long distance relationship. And then we'll if he's going to be honest, we'll talk to him about that. It's painful, man. Once I started coming to the Philippines and I met somebody over here, I never stayed gone. The longest I ever stayed gone was 2 months. You can't do it, man. If you have any type of real feelings for somebody, man, it's torture, man. Why in the world would you torture yourself? Hey, Jeffrey Hood, he said, hey, Calvin, what's up? I fly out to Cebu tomorrow. First visit, and we'll be there for 7 weeks. Would like to stop by and say hello. Congrats on everything. Yeah, man, you're welcome, man, and welcome to the Philippines. Don't get married, okay, Jeffrey, man. It puts so much pressure on you, too. Now, that you're married, man, and it's like buying a new car. Whoever bought a new car and then about maybe a few days later, you have a buyer's remorse. You saying, what the hell did I do? It's too late now, though. You got that high-ass car payment, high-ass insurance payment, and the car's not looking so good anymore. The newness has wore off. So, yeah, come on over and enjoy yourself, man. Dana Milton says, in America, it's a divorce. In the Philippines, it's an uncoupling. Yeah, well, whatever it is, Dana, I wouldn't do it. Okay, here's James here on here now, but he can't get on the camera. Guys, help him. And see if he can get on here because I want to hear his side of the story. We're only speculating. He says, please hit the like button, family. It's free. Thank y'all. Y'all know it. That helps me, guys. They're saying she groomed you, James. Is that right? L.A. Detroit says the Filipino P said that too. You got to spend some time with them in person. He's practically just a chat mate until then. Absolutely. See, they're not even watching Booby out there. That's what makes me mad. They're on the damn phones all the time. Now she done fell down on the sidewalk. That's what pisses me off, man. Everybody's got their damn face in the phone. And then they'll try to act like it's no big deal. Okay. Yeah, but hell, the Filipino P's right on that one. He says there's another way to get on there. Well, they said try your phone, but okay, let me show you something. When you go in here, I'm gonna show you because I'm on my laptop, but I'm gonna show you what you can do. Let's see. When you go into StreamYard, let me go into StreamYard. It's gonna ask you. See, it's probably not accepting. Okay, it's gonna say okay. Okay, it says enter the studio. Okay, it's gonna say. I'll show you. See, it's gonna say mic working. Okay. See, I'm talking, my mic's working. If not, you can go to settings. Go to settings, man. Right here. Go to settings, and I'm going to show you. It's going to have camera and audio on it. Hit the camera, and there's going to be a drop down. It's going to say whatever camera either you got hooked up or the default. Same with the audio. See, I'm using default audio here. but you can hit the drop down and you have speakerphone, headset, earpiece, but you've got to make some adjustments there. You can't just, I'm going to show you something. Because my stuff is already, see, mine is working because I'm already hooked up on my phone. But you're not. If this is your first time coming here. So, yeah. That may be what you're going to need to do. He says use your phone. He said, James, try to jump back on using your smartphone. Adam as Jay said, the situation will oftentimes be drastically different if the foreign man and the Filipina are within 5 years of age. When you got a 60-year-old with a 20-year-old Filipina, hell, what do you mean drastically different? The Filipina, if you 18 to 80, blind, crippled, or crazy, Adam asked Jay, as long as you can sign that visa, as long as you can apply for that visa, she looks at you the same way she looks at a 70-year-old. I'm just going to be honest with you. He says, I did that. It won't let me press that. Well, it won't let you press settings? Yeah, nothing certain. Mr. K said, good morning, Brother Cal. Got your message. Hey, yeah, restart your phone. Restart your phone, James. Well, we didn't say. He says, Czar Mario says, now Philippines cheat when you bring them back to use regardless of large age gap, especially if she's a bar girl. Well, you know, I never said they cheat. The video that I made was telling you the risk involved when you bring a Filipino back, and you got people that can bear witness to that video. But I didn't even need that. I was using my own experience and what I was seeing, living, and experiencing. But no, I didn't say that because a lot of those relationships work out. I know, as a matter of fact, this 2-week thing where they come over here, get married, I know 3 relationships and they're still together, man. I'm talking about if me and my wife, if we were still, we're legally married. So let's say we got married in 2014. We met in 2012. So that would be 10 years right now, okay? They're still together at least 10 years, okay? Because we met them when I brought my wife over. We met them at church. So it'll work, but I just wouldn't do it. And see, I don't really know the backstory. I don't know why it's working. I know one guy won't let his wife really leave the house without him. Certainly won't let her work or anything like that. RC and Jax, thanks for the super chat. Said, what's up, Cal? These dudes need to slow their roll. That P is always going to be there and available. Spend time in the country and take your time. There's no better advice than that. And I don't care how many times you say it. They're not going to do it, man, because when you come over and you get a taste of that, because it's easy to say what you won't do when you're 8,000 miles from here. Okay, when you're 8,000 miles away, I ain't going to do this. I'm not going to do that. Well, that little beautiful young lady shows up at the airport with them short shorts on and them tight skinny jeans, that long flowing hair, perfect skin. And you know what's going to happen when you get to the hotel. It's those magic words. You can do to me whatever you want to do. You're going to lose your mind. Okay? And it's just up to some guys. Some guys just have more patience than others. LA Detroit said 18 to 80, even if you take the visa out of play, they're still looking for a come up. Yeah, absolutely. And that's what I'm trying to get over to these guys. I mean, it's up to us to take it from finance to romance, because don't fool yourself. These women want you for finance, a come up, a better life. And there's nothing wrong with that, because Stop worrying about what they want. What do you want? You want that young tenderoni, see, that you can't get back at home. And it costs to be the boss. Pay to play, unspoken agreement, whatever you want to call it. But, you know, you're going to get more than what you're paying for, especially if you take your time, man. But we won't take our time. Hey, Coach Eastmore, thanks for that super sticker. That's my partner out in Orlando, Florida. He's probably at work right now. Yeah. What's going on, Papa Kiko? You still in town? Bacallet? Oh, okay, his girl won't come. Well, that's good. Oh, yeah, well, you'd have to certainly, you don't know how you make a living there. One way a lot of guys do, they get online jobs. I've got a subscriber. He lives in Bahal right now. He earns about $2,000 a month on he works for a survey company online. And that's more than enough. Plus what he gets with his pension, he says he works to keep busy and, get that extra money. The Beach of Life says, Adam Match JC sounds like a great first wife. Yeah, because no, we can't get on Messenger. This is it, man. I don't know what problems you're having. Yeah, online jobs for the win. Now, TJ Johnson, he's like a manager. He's like an executive or something with one of these call centers over here, man. He travels all over. I think he's in LA or somewhere now. He's normally in, he worked here for like 6 months or something down in Duval. He may be able to give you some more information on that. Hey, Tam the expat, thanks for that super sticker. Dana Middleton said these sexually suppressed guys don't have a chance against a sexually liberated, motivated Filipino. Man, listen, you're exactly right. And I'm going to tell you something. I was talking to this guy, Darren Cooper, and I'm going to tell you something. If I was up in where he lives in Cavite, I'd have him on my show. Me and him would go back and forth. This guy, he's got an outgoing personality. And I was asking him, he lived in Thailand for 4 years. I said, well, hell, can you just give me the difference between a Filipina and a Thailand? He said, well, hell, he said, with the Filipina, sex is on tap. And he's right. He said, you get anytime you want it. He said, Thailand women are just a little bit more reserved. He said, hey, here's Darren Cooper. He said, Calvin, great to finally talk to you yesterday. Looking forward to meeting you in person. Keep up the good work, brother. Yeah, this guy, man, he's funny, man. He's a real live. He gave me the nitty gritty on Thailand yesterday, man. I'm so thankful I talked to him. But yeah, you're right, Dana. These guys aren't ready for it. But I've been trying to tell them in August, it'll be 2 years. They're not listening. You have to have really good discipline. Because if she wants you, man, she's going to pull out everything to get you, man. What do you think do you guys really know what the oil change is? And the lube job? Do I have to explain it to you again? The oil change is the blow job. She's going to change your oil on demand, guys. I mean, I don't say that to put him back down. I'm just saying that they would do anything to please you, man. It's just a part of their culture. You're not used to that. See, me and every woman I've ever dealt with over here will get some type of signal. With my wife, it was, hey, honey, you got 5 minutes? I would say that, right? That's what that would mean. Have you heard from Marilyn? Did you hear from Marilyn? I know. I mean, are they on their way? She didn't tell me. Okay. L Family Vlog says, my husband always tell me that she doesn't want a liberated Filipino. Well, he's going to liberate you. You know, that's what you be careful what you wish for. You know, I want one that's liberated, and we liberate them because Filipinos, they really are conservative. Excuse me. We ask them to jump through hoops and turn flips and run around in circles. We the ones that do that. They're not normally used to doing all of that, guys. We do that to them. But once you open up that Pandora's box, man, literally, pun intended, there's no shutting it back. That's why a lot of times they move on so fast, man. And a lot of times they'll go, if you're in America, those guys really don't know what's going on. The guy who's with my ex-wife right now, or soon to be ex-wife, he's happy as a lark, man. Because he knows he wasn't going to get that nowhere else, especially not so soon. Time to Expat says, no problem, my brother. I appreciate your channel. I didn't get your answer to my question. Oh, okay. Let me go back. I'm sorry. I didn't see that. Time to Expat. But yeah, he's getting something, that he could have never dreamed of. He's in dreamland right now with that. That's a fact. I mean, he would have never met an American woman that's going to do what she's doing for him right now. Okay? And I'll leave it like that. That's why he's, I think she even quit her job because my son said, Mama's not working anymore. And yeah, because he wants that, on demand. Time to Expat says, I've never been to the Philippines, but I want to visit real soon. I really want to see the beautiful country and meet good people. What's the first place you would recommend for a newbie like me? I would say flying to Cebu. It's so much easier to navigate, Time to Expat, than Manila, man. Manila, now you can fly into Clark, and that'll put you right up there with English City and all that Pampanga. But I would say Cebu. KW, just a dumb old boy from Texas. Thanks for that super chat, man. He said, Calvin, when you help others, you help yourself. This is Kenny Wynn, man. We had a good conversation last night. It would have been this morning for him. He's a Thailand veteran. And, man, these guys schooled me, man. I was like, y'all need to start your own channel. That Darren Cooper, he certainly could start his own channel. He's got the personality. He's got the knowledge about Thailand. He said he took his Filipino girlfriend to Pattaya, and she didn't want to leave. He said that she told him it's okay that we retire over here. Bro to the Philippines says, I'll be in your neck of the woods on Sunday. I booked a room at Small Fries up the road. I hope you will be back from your trip by then. Oh, yeah, I'm going to still be here. I'm not going to go to Thailand yet. Thailand's a little bit later on, but I'm not going to disclose my information online. People are always trying to watch. But, yeah, come on, Danny. That's a good friend of mine, by the way, who owns that place. Tell him that, you're a friend of mine. That's Doug's place. We're going to play tennis on Friday. We play tennis. He's from Canada. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. He's got good food there, good Western food. His nachos are delicious. Chicken. He's got a nice steak there too, Danny. Let's see. Oh, here comes Texas is always in town. Cosboy says, here, James, he says, have him in Chrome, click on settings, then privacy and security, then site settings. Make sure Yard Stream is not blocked. You can also grant permissions there also. Yeah, James. Grand Free says, yeah. He says, seems like that first Filipino tour was a significant emotional event that's hard to just walk away from. It is, guys, because not only Okay, you've already been fantasizing all these months. And then here it is. It's the real deal right in front of you, man. Something right out of your dreams, man. Right out of your fantasy. You can't get that over there. You have to pay big, big dollars for it there. Then you got a woman over here who has a genuine interest in you. If you can take it to that next level, man, I'm telling you, guys, you better be careful when you come over here for the first time. Just don't get married. That's all you have to do. Enjoy the ride, man. Ride the damn wave, and then just kind of, take it from there. Let the dust settle. These guys aren't even letting the dust settle. Vondell Reynolds, thanks for that super chat. Said, what's good, Cal? Man, I'm going to tell you, I'm groggy today, man. I took that. Maryland was able to get me in so I could take my booster shot. I got that Pfizer booster shot. I had Corona back, and I guess mixing them up, man. My arm is sore, man. I'm sleepy. I'm groggy, man. LA Detroit says, your ex is good looking. Tough to get that here unless you get big bucks or big game. Yeah. But not only that, I'm saying the treatment. I already trained her, man. I already liberated her, man. I know what he's getting. See, he should send me a paycheck. I mean, because, man, American men, man, we don't get the kind of treatment that the Filipino gives you, man. I promise you that. We probably did when we were younger, but I'm saying, as a 55, 58, 60-year-old, 65, you're not getting it. Not from no young, beautiful woman, man. My wife was 36, 26, 36 when I met her, man. He said, trainer, yeah, because they're not used to doing the things we want them to do, man. That's why they call, even the Filipino uses that word liberate. That's what they say over here. She's liberated now because she's with a foreigner. That's what they say. We're so sensitive over in America, politically correct, but it is, Okay, so what do you want me to say? We teach her then. Let me say teach. Okay, is that a good enough word, guys? Oh, okay, Daryl, let me go back here. He says, drink a lot of water. Yeah, that's what I'm doing, man. And he said, take a Tylenol. I've got an Advil I'm going to take. Coach E says, yeah, bro, I'm off today. Oh, okay. You coming here on your 50th birthday, I think. Yeah. The fat man says, my girl does well, I won't without complaining. Yeah, see, you're liberated. That's liberating, man. You don't have to beg. You know how it is when we begging over there, man. By the time the woman agrees to do everything, you out of the mood. You sweating, your head's hurting, please, just put your mouth on it, just any little thing, man. It's like, fuck that, man. I'm so, I got so sick of that, man. That's why I never go back to the West. That's why I make them videos, guys. Y'all think I'll be joking, man. It's the stuff I'm not going to give up to go back there for that infrastructure over there. I don't give a damn because I can't get a T-bone steak every night. Give a damn. I'm not going to give up all this for that. For a damn, they had a Cadillac festival in my hometown, all the old Cadillacs, new convertibles, everything. I'm not going to give all this up to go back to that, man. I'm not into fancy cars anymore. Yeah, the Beach of Life says, if being sexually and financially fulfilled is liberated, then, well, hell, I want to be liberated too. Yeah, it's liberating because you don't have to fight for it. You don't have to beg for it. I ain't too proud to beg, like the Temptations say, but hell, that don't mean I want to beg. That begging, man, it's just so frustrating, man. And they just sitting up there, knowing that she probably wants it more than you, but just to dig a needle inside your eyeball, she'll keep saying, acting like she don't want to do nothing. And see, David S. said, Calvin, can you still vote in American elections? Absolutely. This is just my residence over here. I'm a U.S. citizen. I vote. I have to pay my taxes. I'm a U.S. citizen. I'm not a Filipino citizen. Yeah. Don't come over here, man, and think you can. Now, I do get a tax break from living outside the United States for more than 330 consecutive days, But, yeah, you got to pay taxes over here. Rambling Man, Cool Your Dan said, it's that willingness to learn that puts the Filipino ahead of Western women. Yeah, it is. I mean, I was telling a guy, he says, people talk about all these other places. The Philippines is not Thailand. It's not America and all that, but it's the Philippines. It's got some things here that puts it way up there. Number one, you're welcome when you get here. You're generally welcome. Then you got the language. Then you got the Filipina, man. With the Filipina tune-up, you can't get that nowhere else. I'm sorry, man. You can't get that nowhere else. And that's what puts it way up here. Do they have beautiful women in Brazil? Yeah. You're not gonna get it, man. Like I'm too old to waste any more time fantasizing. I want the real deal. I want the reality now. And that's a fact. I'm sick of hey, believes in everyone. He said the last time I begged for a turn up was in 2001 with my ex-American wife. Yeah. Well, it was 2000, let's see. 11? Yeah. No, 2009, actually. The last time I had to beg for anything. So I'm going on over 13 years of just unregulated, happiness. Tariq Campbell said, beautiful women are stopping me in the streets out here. Please don't commit to the first woman you meet. There's a flood of them out here. Man, let me tell you. Thank you, brother, for that. He just got here. And I know he's not going to have a problem. He's a young guy. I believe he's 38. So, hell. Yeah, man, but I'm telling the truth, man. GNG says retiring with kids in the Philippines. Is it okay? Yeah, because the Philippines has a lot of international schools over here, a lot of private schools. Remember, I've got 3 kids over here. 2 of my sons, one son still goes to school here. The other son, he's in America now. But they received a great education. My son left from here and hit the ground running in America, hasn't fallen back or anything. Yeah. Do they have all the fancy stuff that we've got in America? No, but you're talking about when you're young. This is the reason, another reason we decided to move back to the Philippines in 2018. They were giving my son such a hard time in America. Hell, he was in kindergarten at that time, right? And guess what? The first week he was there, I get a conference with his teacher, the guidance counselor, and the principal. I'm like, what's going on? And they was talking about my son, because he had just basically came over to America. I was like, hell, he's a Filipino. He was raised in the Philippines, and the lady's like, well, the kindergarten's not what it was when you were going to school. And they're always talking about school scores. And I'm like, whatever happened to having fun? And man, my son came over here and thrived, man. I promise you he did, man. And I've got medals and stuff down in Zamboanga to prove it. Whatever happened to having fun in school, man? Timothy Hennigan says, this is my first super chat to any YouTuber, just paying my taxes, and I'm long overdue, man. Thank you, brother. I really appreciate it. I don't take it for granted. She said the quality of education. Like I said, they've got, let me put it like this, okay? 25% of the world's nurses come from the Philippines, okay? And then you got people from Africa, all over the world come here to go to nursing school. They've got a good quality of education here. Where it rates, I don't know, but okay, when I was going to school and my brothers and sisters, a long time ago, when we had an unequal education, really. I mean, the schools we went to were not funded correctly, but doctors, lawyers, architects, congressmen, they all still came out of those schools. It's how you apply, what they teach you. The Dre Diggity says, Nicole, send me a picture. I want to see how beautiful you are. She's in Tanzania right now. One of my guests is there now. What's his name? Remember the young guy that I had on my channel? He was in South Africa, but now he's in Tanzania now. Yeah, I would say that he, what you're saying is 100% fact. He said, Calvin, we always talk about how great Filipinos are and how submissive, but we have to give credit to Filipino men for that. I tell you all the time, without getting to know the Filipino man over here, you're trying to solve a puzzle with 50% of the pieces. You have to just at least come over here and just observe him to really get an understanding of the Filipino. And then you'll really see what you're working with, because we're so much different from the Filipino man. I mean, the differences are striking, but you have to understand he's right on the same level as the Filipino woman, but we don't see the differences with the woman. Y'all know what we're looking at over there. Yeah. And that's the problem. If we look beyond that tune-up, you're going to see a lot of what you need to see. And you won't come over here and get married in 2 weeks. Because I was on the ferry coming from Cebu, coming from the mountains, where my son grew up. And I'm on that. I'm drinking a coffee, and it's a line of Filipino men buying coffee, water, whatever it is. And I was just looking at them. I was like, these guys was really struggling, a lot of them, because they don't have a pussy to negotiate with. See, they don't have any help. I was looking at just their whole situation, and I got to thinking, man, I need to get to know the Filipino man a whole lot better than I do. And I have. And it's taught me a whole lot about the Filipino woman. But yeah, let me answer Greg's question. No, you can't get in the Philippines unless you're vaccinated. I'm sorry. No, you can't even quarantine. They're not letting you in here. Now, if you're a returning Filipino and all that, you get special privileges, but you'd have to quarantine. But if you're an international, I don't believe you can get in here. Oh, yeah, Jen G says, I bet the quality of life there is a lot different and less stress than the U.S. Let me tell you something. Remember I told you Tuesday I went to get my booster shot. They do your vitals first. Guess what my blood pressure was? 120 over 80. I haven't had that in years. And remember, I'm not on any medication, guys, at all. So, yeah, you're right, Jen. It's just not so stressful for me now. Remember, I'm a Westerner. If you talk to a Filipino man, maybe it's different for him. But for me, man, my stress is gone. I came over here. I was anxious, depressed. All that's gone. Because I don't have to put up with the things I have to put up with in America. I don't have to worry about the things. I've got more money than bills over here. And I don't have a lot of money. But I've got more money than bills. And that's a stress reliever right there. I don't have to rob Peter to pay Paul over here. Yeah, I can pay Paul and Peter at the same damn time. Kamal says, exactly, Cal. They want kids to be robots now. And I think this has a lot to do with, man, these school shootings, man. These last two, not only school shootings, these last two mass murderers, man, they were both 18 years old. Come on, guys. They wasn't doing that kind of stuff when I grew up. And we had it a whole lot worse than these kids have it now. C. Bree said, big up to the Filipino men for making their women stay women and nothing like an American woman. Yeah, it's the Philippines have a culture over here, thick culture that I envy, man, because we created a culture in America. We did a culture within a culture, but it's not like over here where they know what to do in certain circumstances because the culture, they were raised like that. You understand what I'm saying? They're not, flying by the seat of their pants over here. When I first started coming over here to the Philippines, before so many people were on the internet, even right now, only 45% of Filipino adults have access to the internet, believe it or not. So you can imagine what the numbers were in 2009. I was in a little place called Lewigan, down in, it's a province of Bislick City. It's beautiful, right on the ocean. And man, I'm sitting there and, there's no TV or nothing like that. And we hear a guitar and this man is singing. Don't you know this guy's standing outside the window of this lady? He's courting the lady. And I'm like, man, it's crazy. I never seen that before. Caesar Aurelius said Philippines are the best when you find a good one, very sweet and loving and faithful Catholic. That's a fact. He says, hell no, this chick looking like fake Jada Pinkett. I would never trade a fine peanut with her long, shiny, flowing black hair for a bald woman. Oh, wow. And now come on, guys. Let's, no name calling. Refi LLC says, do I need to be vaccinated by a private jet? Yeah, you're not going to get through. You're not going to get through immigration without the requirements. And this is a fact right here, too. He said, we Americans have too much freedom. Other countries don't. So when they meet us, they treat us like rock stars and ATMs. Yeah, we've got too much freedom. And one of the other reasons I like the Philippines is because there's order over here. Did you see when the Typhoon Odette hit, man? I showed y'all the footage on one of my videos. Right next to the condominium, it was a Honda dealership, man. All the windows blown out. A whole row of brand new motorcycles right there. Nobody touched them, man. They didn't touch them. See, that's what I like because they know if they touch them, there's consequences. See? Yeah, I love the China. Said that sounds like something right out of the 19th century, Calvin. It's certainly out of when you come here for the first time and you really let it sink in. If you're not just flying around here, at 60,000 miles per hour, you're gonna feel like you went back in time. See, and that's what I got. That's the feeling I got. John used to say the same thing. It's like going back in time over here. You don't see people sagging. The only time you see somebody sagging over here is if their pants really are too big and they don't have a belt. They don't sag just to sag. There's no disrespecting the elders. There's none of that. I'm Sir Calvin over here. Yeah, see what I'm saying? Ron's World. More bad news here, man. Another mass shooting in a Tulsa, Oklahoma medical building today. 5 people dead, including the gunman. I remember back in, I think it was 1997, if I'm not for sure. One of the first mass shootings. No, it was before that. It was in my hometown, Louisville, Kentucky. It was at the Standard Gravure printing place, right next to the Pure Journal. I can't think of this guy's name, but let me see that real quick, because I want to tell y'all about this. Standard Gravure. He killed like 9 people. And what's his name? Yeah, his name was Joseph Weisbecker. It was 1989. This is one of the first mass shootings. Then all of a sudden, man, it's like the damn bottom fell out. Kiba7 says, how can we chat you personally? I know you busy, but a brother needs advice. I'm not busy, man. Just send me a message request on my Calvin Cooley Roach Facebook, and we can talk like that. I talked to 2 guys yesterday, man. Both of them was funny, man. Kenny and Dern. But no, man, I'm not busy over here. Texas Zoe said, what I noticed about this place I love most, no matter how broke a Pinoy here, there's always a Pinoy by his side, just a good-hearted culture people. Yeah, see, that's a great point. And they will struggle with him and be more impressed with him and his, just trying to do the best he can over here than you coming over here, because they look at us like we've had it so easy. So they're going to give him more respect. I don't care. You see the guys I got working out here, man. They get big respect from Marilyn and her mother and them, man. They cook them breakfast, lunch, dinner. They basically, they treat them like kings, man. I remember one time, man, it was a pedicab driver. I got mad at Marilyn because she took his side of the damn argument or whatever it was, because she respected him as a pedicab driver over me. I'm like, damn. He said even Ricky's wife stuck around. They were sleeping on the sidewalk. That's because they both have mental problems. I was talking to Kenny last night. He asked me about their situation. And sometimes, man, people are beyond our ability to help them. See, we just want to throw money at people and think that we can help them, but they really need more. Oh, okay, yeah. I see that. Thanks, Francis. She was a troll. I got rid of her. Jen G says, where are you in the Philippines, Calvin? I'm in San Carlos City, Negros Occidental, about 4 hours north. Right. Okay. Now, Elmo J says, the Philippines is not the Garden of Eden. We have our assassination and crime here. Absolutely. You're absolutely right. But we're talking from the perspective of a foreigner. We're in the Philippines, but we're not of the Philippines. Now, there's nowhere on the planet, though, Elmo J, let's be honest, let's be fair, that you can go to where there's not assassination and crime. And if they say it's not, it's because they're hiding it. They're not going to tell you the whole truth. But yeah, you're exactly right. I'm glad that you came here with that, injecting some reality into the conversation. But let's be honest, man, there's nowhere that you can go and assassination and crime is not here. But numbers don't lie. Mathematics doesn't lie. The pages aren't full of foreigners over here getting killed. Does it happen? Yeah, it absolutely does. Sometimes you can be in the wrong place at the wrong time. There's no fix for that. But there's some certain things you can do here to steer clear of all that trouble, man. Number one, don't talk politics and all that. Make sure the woman you dealing with is who she says she is. Don't be out here flashing money, wearing jewelry, fine jewelry and all that, looking down on people, you know, and I think you're gonna be okay. You don't be getting drunk out here, man. You know, because you got to keep honest, man. People aren't gonna bother you, but if they see you drunk, your wallet's half hanging out of your back pocket. See, they might get you. They might clip you. David S. said, how do we lose our way here in America? The women would have been better. The simps spoiled everything. Yeah, he said no rose-colored glasses here. Yeah. I mean, your experience, evidently you're a Filipino, right? And your perspective is a whole lot different than mine. And your experience is a whole lot different. Okay, looks like James might be getting ready to come on here, guys. Well, I tried to add him there. I think his signal may be bad. What's up, James? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
I can't see you. Oh, there you go. Welcome to the show, brother.
Yeah, well, hey, thank you, man.
I know you.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
Man, I had a time trying to get on here, man.
That's okay. You're the star of the show, man. Just tell us a little bit about yourself, man.
Yeah, my name is James. I'm from Memphis, Tennessee, and I work at the.
Oh, he's gone. Damn, I got better internet than he's got in America. What's going on with that, y'all? But yeah, Elmo J, you know, we're just talking from a foreigner standpoint. He said only wear fake gold. I wouldn't even do that. I wouldn't even wear fake gold because they don't know the difference between fake gold and real gold. If they see it on you.
Yeah.
Okay, James. Yeah, you're from Memphis. I was stationed in Millington. How far is that?
Man, it's about 30 minutes away from here.
Yeah, that's what I could remember. Now, you're from Memphis. How old are you, James?
I'm 55.
55. Now, have you been married before over there in America?
Yes, I've been married before. And look, man, it was a beautiful relationship too.
Yeah.
But
yeah, James looks like he's going to be a good guest too. I hope he can get his signal and everything going. Oh, Mr. K's in Memphis right now. Maybe we can meet and chat while I'm here. That'll be a good thing. He said maybe you're on Globe, PLDT. Your connection's amazing. Yeah, I'm on home on PLDT, Matthew. Thank you. I found out about PLDT down in Zamboanga. See, that's what they've got down there. It's the best as far as I'm concerned. We had to pay a guy to install. You know what? Remember how we used to pay people to put cable in America? Well, you can pay them to do that here. See, our house is situated too far off the street for a normal service call. But what we did, we paid the guy 3,000 pesos, and he ran that line back here, and we've got service, and I'm so thankful, man, that we were able to get that.
Man,
yeah, you said you had a good relationship. What happened?
Yeah, we had a real good relationship, and then she was gay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, for 8 years, man. I didn't even know this.
Wow. Well, so what about the sex?
The sex was good. It was good, but she was gay, man. And I found out she left. Yeah, she left, and she left her kids with me.
With you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So 8 years. Now, how long was you single before you?
After her, I said I vowed never to get married again. Never to.
Do you have children of your own? He said no, she was bisexual. It's crazy. Okay. Yeah, it's the guy right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
After that, she got for kids. I asked the kids. I said, "Look, who do you want to go with? Your mama, and I will still be in your life if you go with your mom." They said they'd rather stay with me because that's what they feel safe.
Yeah.
So I kept them.
So
And then I was.
Were they your biological kids?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I took my hat off to you, brother.
Yeah, and I raised them till they got 18, till they got 18.
Yeah, because we don't get a lot of credit for that. My brother raised his, when him and his wife divorced, he raised his children. I mean, they were little. He raised his 3 sons, and they all great individuals right now.
It's raining, storming here.
Oh, is it?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, you got me wrong, Calvin. You got me wrong.
No, I ain't got you wrong. We wanna, you can cut out the video if that's slowing you up, and just use the audio if you want to.
Okay. All right. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. What was you saying now? What was you saying?
You got a divorce from her. She left.
Yeah.
You raised kids, and I said I've got to tip my hat to you for that because we don't get credit for that. Okay, now how long was it between that? You vowed never to get married again or have kids. So what brought you to the Philippines? He said, beam me up. Yeah, you can cut off your... Hey, James. Yeah, I like for him to cut off his video so we can keep him around. Daryl Foreman says 8 years to find out the wife is lesbian and wants to marry in 2 weeks. He says best wait. Man, that's a great point, Daryl. I might leave that up here. That's a lot of contradictions, isn't it? Let me write that down. Because he seems like an honest dude. He says it wasn't the internet. He says it's like trying to get his grandmother to use Skype. Oh, yeah, you're right. He could be, because a lot of guys do that. A lot of people, they have their YouTube open. Hey, James, make sure you cut your YouTube off.
Cut my YouTube off?
Yeah, cut your YouTube off. That'll help.
Okay, it's off. It's turned off already. Look. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, what? Repeat what you were saying.
Okay, you got married, you got divorced, you raised the kids.
Yeah.
How long were you vowed never to have kids or get married again? So what brought you to the Philippines?
What brought me there? Because I met her on Black Planet. I met my girl on Black Planet.
Right, I understand that.
And then we started chatting. Yeah, we started chatting, and
you can cut your You can cut your mic off. He said, I want to hear the whole story. the rest of the story. You mean, John? Red Hot Mike says, I love a couple of lesbians right now. Okay, here's James over here. Let me cut this one off here. Okay. Let me go here.
Yeah, every time it thunders, it cuts it off.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and we got on Facebook, and then she got onto a virtual. See, I'm an artist, and I'd had virtual classes back when we had the pandemic, and she got in on one of my virtual classes, and that's where we started talking, and that was in 2020.
I'm trying to just get into your head and think. So the whole time y'all were chatting, were you? I'm not asking, was he fooling around with women in America? Hey, Elmore J, thanks for the super sticker. I want to hear this story, man. Thanks again, Elmore J. I appreciate it. He says, rambling man, cool your dances. LOL. Filipinos on Black Planet. Wow, I've been out the game for a long time. R68 DVR says, I think I'm a lesbian. He said, this is better than daytime TV. Man, if I can get this guy on here, man, I know he's got a story to tell us, man. That's funny. He said, is there a white planet dating site? Okay, that's good. Can you hear me, James? Oh, yeah, the Philippines have a lot of superstitions over here. That's a fact. Yeah. You know, they got this aswang and there's something else they've got. It's a monster. But I think what they are is these big fruit bats over here. And you see one of them, it'll scare the hell out of you guys. I'm going to tell you right now, but they won't bother you. They're fruit bats, but they're huge. I mean, they're really huge, man. Then they've got that Philippine eagle down in Mindanao. It's huge. That's what they're seeing flying around. And they call it a monster. But yeah. He said, yeah, I should reboot. One Click Video says, so let me get this straight. Don't meet her at the airport. Don't let her move in with you. Don't get her pregnant. Don't get married in 2 weeks. Just trying to get my don't straight. Yeah, we're saying make the trip about you. When you're doing all of this, you're making it about her. And there's some traps over here. All of these things that are on here are traps. Okay? It's a minefield. We're just trying to guide you through the minefield. He said, so let me get this straight. Don't meet at the airport. That's a trap because you won't be able to get rid of her. Okay? He says, don't let her move in with you. Trap.
Can you hear me?
Get rid of her. Yeah, I can hear you now, James. He said, okay.
Yeah.
Don't get her
pregnant. I can hear you.
Okay. All right. Now, what I'm trying to understand, okay, how long were you chatting with how long were you chatting with her?
How long?
Yeah, how long?
Calvin.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay, look. Okay, after we start talking on
just cut your camera off. Just use audio. He said, God help you. But see that one-click video, man, he put it up there, guys, for us again to remind us every last one of those things is a trap. He said, don't meet at the airport. Why not? Because if it's the wrong one, you won't be able to get rid of her. That's a fact. She's going to probably be a 3 or 3.5 that's going to meet you at that airport. They look a whole lot different in person than they do on cam, guys, okay? And then what's going to happen is you're going to go out to the mall. She's going to have a holding your hand real tight and let everybody know that y'all together, and you're going to see all these beautiful women that are available to you. Yeah, he's on a cellular 2 week. Yeah. He says he has right eye ptosis. What's that mean? He says, does his brother have Wi-Fi? Maybe he says it's gonna be 6 hours. So, hey, James. You got Wi-Fi? You using Boost over there? He said, what's he using? A flip phone over there? Yeah, he said a 5 is good for me. He said had plenty of chance. Well, you know, you don't want a 3 either. Not over here. Okay? Yeah, you can have a yummy 6 over here. That's what I got. I got a yummy 6. There's nothing wrong with that. He said auto only is going to be better. Video is just too much bandwidth. Yeah, James, just use the audio, man. We want to hear your story. He said, stop talking about my Boost. That's probably what he's got. He said flip phone. Well, over here, you see people with flip phones, and you see them with those little bitty 2G phones over here. I mean, they're tiny. Because, see, when I first came to the Philippines, that's what they had, 2G technology. They got 5G now. Yeah.
Can we do this tomorrow, man? Because it's raining real bad out here.
Well, just you're coming through on audio. Just we don't have to see you. We just want to hear your story.
Now, here we go again, man. Look.
Okay.
Once we met on Facebook, then that's when we start officially dating.
Okay. Now, how long was that?
That was like a year. In 2001. In 2001, we start talking about getting engaged.
In 2021?
Yeah, 2021.
Okay. Now, were you, he said, officially dating over the internet? He says, I feel for this guy. Hard to manage a Wi-Fi and going to manage a 2-week wife. Okay. Praying for you. Let me cut this one out first. Hey, James, cut your camera off. Just use the audio. Yeah. Just use your audio. He says officially dating over the internet. Yeah, cut the video off, man. He said this guy can't follow simple directions. I don't know how much simpler it can be when you say, don't get married in 2 weeks on your first trip over here to the Philippines. He said we can guess the rest of the story. Y'all crazy, man. Look, guys, we're trying to help the guy. He said, can we use smoke signals? Oh, man. I want to hear the rest of the story, man. I don't want to.
Can you hear me?
Just use Yeah, I can hear you. Turn on. Don't turn the video on. Turn the video off.
Okay, it's off.
The video? I can
Yeah.
still see.
I turned it off.
Okay.
Yeah, look, then we start talking about getting married. So I planned to come out there in June of 2021, but
Okay.
I couldn't get out there.
Okay.
Because of pandemic. So I made it in 2022 in January, well, in February.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. It's open. No, they can't see you. They can't see you. What? It's up there. Let me get it. See what? Yeah, I think that's the story, Ty Sanders. That's usually the story.
What do you want?
Yeah, just get this. Yeah, get the same thing for everybody. Just tell them to get 2 barbacoa and the other thing. You know, the chicharron thing. Yeah, they must have put it on him pretty good. Oh, here he is, guys. Turn your video off.
Yeah, okay. In February 2022, that's when I made it to the Philippines.
Okay.
Okay. And we had a beautiful wedding and everything. And I'm telling you, her family loves me. Her kids love me. And she loves me.
Okay, now let's stop right there. You vowed never to get married again or have kids. What was it about her that changed your mind? He said, no, he just got open at our line. Come on, man, y'all crazy. James is a good guy. I'm just trying to, he says, I'm sure they do. Yeah, they love him. Okay, James, we here now. Yeah, okay. We might just have to do an exclusive with you on Sunday, man, because it's got frustrating for people. He said, how did this guy get a marriage certificate that quick? Doesn't it take about a month? They probably jacklegged it over here. You know, they got tricks over here, man. I don't know what he did. You know, that lesbian couldn't do for him what Filipina did. Yeah, he's thinking about it now. Well, you think he's got second thoughts? He said, because their barbecue ain't the real deal like we got the Eastern style barbecue in Raleigh. My son's in Raleigh. Yeah, he said they love, let me see this. You right, Horace. Horace says, they love him now. Yeah, they love you now, James. I'd love you too. Hell, you was bad. You done put. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, what was it about her that made you throw everything, all your plans out the window and get married? You said you weren't gonna get married again.
I didn't, but I never had a woman to treat me like she treats me. She treats me good.
Yeah, how did she treat you like that online?
I'm talking about when I got there.
Okay, so you didn't have any plans to get married until you got there?
Yeah, but we had got engaged before I got there.
How did you do that? Did you propose online? Did you propose online, James? I think he did, guys, and I want to see how he did that.
Yeah, we got engaged before I got there.
Okay, did you propose online?
Yeah, I proposed online.
What, you get on one knee?
I wasn't going to do it. I really wasn't going to do it. You see?
Yeah, did you get on one knee?
No. I just asked her, would she marry me?
Yeah.
You know how it goes, how you tell women something before you get there. And then when you get there, if it's not right, then I won't do it,
No,
But,
I don't know.
Yeah, that's what
I'm trying to ask you. I'm saying, what did she do to make you all of a sudden junk all your other plans and say, I'm never getting married again, and now I want to get married? What made you propose to her? We're trying to get in your head. We're trying to figure out, what were you thinking, James? Did she put it on you real good? James put it in layaway. This is crazy, guys. Just talk to him. He could be able to hear me. Can you hear me, James? He said it was immediately after the tune-up and the oil change. Yeah, that's what he said. He said no one had ever treated him like that. Yeah, I don't know, man. I never proposed to no woman online, man. He said, I'm sorry, man. I don't know. I'm trying to get that answer. To find out, I got an inkling of what happened. I think, you were frustrated over there. Them women over there wasn't giving you, he said, I'm amending my list. Don't propose online. Yeah. I think he went dry over there, and he got over here, and she put it on him, and he married her, man. He married her whole family, sounds like, because he said the whole family loves him. Well, I bet they do. Hell, you a big come up now. Yeah, the tune-up popped the seal in his brain. That's what he said. I'm just trying to find out what happened, guys.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, what was it that she did to you that made you say, "Oh, this is the one"?
Okay, she cooked for me. She massaged me. Well, she gave me sex. And man, she did everything. She did everything.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And I wasn't getting it like that here. I had to argue with them and stuff like that.
Yeah, I know that. That's a fact.
Every relationship
But what, I know he's listening right now, but why did you marry her so fast? Why didn't you enjoy that kind of treatment for a little while? You didn't have to marry her. He's in Memphis, Tennessee. And I should be stationed in Millington. Those guys in Memphis, man, they got some game about them.
Yeah.
Okay, but what I'm saying is...
Hey, I'm from Chicago, though.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I'm from Chicago.
I'm just asking you, though, but why did you marry her so quick, James? Why didn't you enjoy that treatment? Why didn't you ride that wave for a little while?
Man, I didn't want to let her go, man. I didn't want to let her go.
Where was she going?
I just didn't want to. I wanted to just keep her. I wanted to have her for good.
You had her for good. She ain't going nowhere.
Man. Look, man.
Did she have a passport when you met her? He said, cook, massage, sex, done deal. Yeah. But that's okay, guys. We'll get him on here before, because I'm seeing now there's more to this story than meets the eye. And that's no pun intended. But I think he's teaching us a valuable lesson of what not to do. if I were him and I was born at night, but not last night, I would have rode that wave for as long as I could. You know, if she's going to give you the milk for free, he bought the cow and the barn and every damn. He bought the farm and every damn thing. He didn't even have to do that. He says a real cliffhanger show tonight. Y'all guys are funny.
Yeah, she got a passport before I got there.
Okay. Did you pay for it?
No, she paid for it. Matter of fact, like I told you, she, with that $400 when I was coming back, I could not. When they immigration charged me 400 pesos, they paid the 400 pesos for me to get back here.
Oh, because you overstayed.
Yeah.
So what? You spent all your money here?
No, I didn't spend all my money, but it's just I couldn't get access to one of my cards.
Oh, okay.
Capital One, and then I got
Yeah, it said you might end up happier than some of y'all. All jokes aside, best of luck to James. I'm praying for him. Yeah, he's going to need Jesus on this one. That's a fact, Mike. He's going to need Jesus, James, John, and what's the other one? Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John on this one.
Yeah.
Okay,
I got a Capital One card and a First Tennessee card. I couldn't get access to the First Tennessee. That's where all my money was at.
Did you tell them you was coming to the Philippines?
Yeah, I told them.
And you still couldn't get no money.
Yeah, no. You know, I didn't tell the bank that I was coming to the Philippines.
Yeah. See, that's the problem. That's a big problem. They probably thought it was a fraud on your account. They saved you, really.
Yep.
But here's what I want to ask you. Yeah, you're going to need Jesus, brother. You're going to be smoking more than that by the time she gets through with you. He's going to be smoking a different pipe. They got crack in Memphis, I'm sure.
Yeah.
He said all four. So he said that they paid all 400 pesos for you? Or was it 4,000? Was it 4,000 or 400?
Not 400, 4,000. 4,000. Yeah. And they paid it so I can get back here. Her family.
Because you overstayed, right?
Yeah.
You didn't know that you had to extend after 30 days?
No, like I emailed you and told you, I said, look, I was able to, I didn't understand it. So, but yeah. I know now.
When are you coming back?
In November.
Okay, yeah, you said that's when the baby's being born now.
Yeah.
Okay, are you sure that's your baby? I'd be counting them months. Yeah, I wish him luck too, because like I said, I know 3 couples, man, that I used to hang around with on almost like a weekly basis over there, at least one weekend, per month. And all 3 of them met like James did. They came over here, the woman wet their whistle and they went back and did the paperwork, but none of them got married over here. They waited till they got to the United States. He actually got married over here, which is going to put that woman in a hell of a position if it doesn't work out, because she's going to have to, she'll never be able to get married again unless she gets an annulment. I've got a friend over here I play tennis with. The woman he's with, she's married.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, that's your baby, right?
Yeah, that's mine.
How did she know she was pregnant so quick?
We took a I looked at her and I was telling her that her breasts were kind of getting big. So we went and took a pregnancy test.
Did you take a pregnancy test before?
No, we took it after.
Well, man, you're funny, James, man.
Man, I wish this would stop. This would stay on because it keep
funny,
getting.
Man. I'm gonna have you back on here though because I want to hear the rest of this story, man. This is crazy, man. You guys are crazy, man. I mean, leave James alone, man. I think he's gonna be one of our good guys. He says, "Is this for real?" It is, man. Gurkha nanny. James, they want to know: are you a real man for real? Is this story real?
Yes, I am. I don't have to prove. I don't have to prove to them nothing. I don't have to prove nothing to them.
That's right. He says.
But
said, can he interest you in investing in his company?
Nope. I got my own company, man. I got my own business. I got Masking Tape Treasures, and I paint, and I sell paintings, and I sell my art.
Yeah. And I got big respect for you because you raised your kids, man. But this thing that you poured in the Philippines, I don't know, man. I don't know if I can put you in my Hall of Fame. I can put you in my Hall of Fame for raising your kids, but you pulled a hell of a move this time, James.
But I'll come to let y'all know that I'm not no simp. I ain't no simp. Okay?
That's right.
And y'all can believe me if you want to. Y'all can believe what you want to believe. But I know she loves me and I love her. And we got
all that matters. That's all that matters. We're just trying to get into your head. We're just trying to find out because a lot of guys, James, you're not the only one that's done this. Okay?
I know. I've been listening to the show.
Yeah, you're the only one that had the courage enough to come here and talk to us about it. So we're trying to learn as much as we can from you and what was going through your mind when you signed those papers. He said, "Oh, Lord, that's the first one." He said, "Got to be a first round pick for the Sunshine Shows Hall of Fame." What did the guy say? What for the worst internet? Okay, you back on her, James?
Yeah. It's
no. We're just trying to figure out
it's
what was so special about her, James. About her.
She was just the femininity in her.
Yeah. What part of the Philippines is she from?
She from Dop from the Tarlac area. Tarlac.
Where?
Tarlac.
Oh, Tarlac. Yeah. Okay. Now, did they live in the city or did they live in the province? Is what I'm trying to figure out. Yeah, we love James, man. You know, we want to get you right, bro. And that's a fact. Yeah. Texas is always saying the first round draft pick for this homie, and she got all them damn kids. How many kids she got, James? I think he said 2. That ain't too many. He said you can't make this up. He says, well, I would like to sell James some sand that is made right here in Tampa Bay that I can send him for a small fee. Got to be more careful. If the baby come out white, it's not your baby. The power of the P. He said, that baby better have your ass. Y'all crazy, man. He's going to come on here with the rest of the story. But yeah, I'm going to have to get out here, guys. I appreciate all the super chats, all the super stickers, all the thumbs up. We're going to get James back on here, man. I want to meet him. I want to meet you, James, when you get over here. And talk to you face to face. He said, James, I got a terrific beach slide in Cebu that I'll make you a super deal on it. Yeah, he said, stay up, bro. He probably like this in real life. Well, this is real life. Said James in the avatar. He said, James gets stuff done. He's the kind of guy that watches movies on fast forward. Who's born every day now? I think what happened to James happens to a lot of us, man. We come over here, get tuned up, man, and it's all over, guys. She's won already. He says, James, you got a fine lady boy.
Well, Calvin.
Well, we hope we can get you back on here. Is it still storming over there, James?
Yep. It's raining kind of bad.
Now, how did you get married so fast? That was a question.
How'd I get married so fast? Because I brought all my divorce papers and everything here to the Philippines.
How long does it take to get a marriage certificate here?
Well, it took like 3-4 weeks, about almost 3 weeks.
So how long?
Because she just got it.
Yeah. How long were you here? He said, what the? He said 4 weeks. Okay, it takes 4 weeks. Yeah, thanks for the super chat, super stickers, thumbs up. James, we're going to get you on here again, probably Sunday, man, when it's not storming so bad. Hey, thanks, Mike, for that super chat. He says, love the content. Good luck to James. Yeah, I really hope he makes it, man. I'm rooting for him because he's a good guy, as you can see. It's just, I think he pulled the trigger too fast. He said, does he believe he made a mistake? No, you heard what he said. He said he loves her and she loves him. This is the real deal for James. He's sure it's going to work. He said, get a DNA test. He said, just go to show you what can happen in a pandemic. Oh, man, it's all kind of pandemic love. Yeah, he said the Filipino P is really good. It is, man. It'll make guys do that kind of stuff, man. It'll make you see shit that's not there, you know. And that's what's going on here. He said the family loves it. Yeah, then he woke up. He said the baby better have her like Booby. He said, I want to see. Show us a picture of your girl, James. I think he showed me a picture of her, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, he's got a nice looking wife because he sent me a video. They were singing My Endless Love at the wedding. James is a singer too. Yeah, he said he pulled the trigger too fast. Yeah, I think he did. He says that U.S. Philippine Sunday, man. We're gonna have James on here. I'm gonna call it the rest of the story, because this guy, man, he's going into the Hall of Fame one way or the other. We're gonna get him in there. He said, "Here we go again." Oh man, you guys are funny, man. Hey, Jerry Early, thanks for that super chat. He said James is a cool guy. He is, man. He's going to teach us something, man. I'm going to have him back on here. Yeah. James.
Look, we got a lot in common. We like the same things.
You like what?
We like the same things.
Yeah. How many children does she got, James?
She got 2.
Okay. How old are they?
13 and 9.
Okay. Did you know anything about the Philippine culture as far as you being a stepfather and everything?
Nope.
You know that you really can't discipline those kids, right?
Yeah, I know that. I would never discipline them anyway.
So they can just act any kind of way they want. But okay, guys, I'm going to get off here. I want to thank everybody for all your support of Sunshine Shoulders. I'll be flying out to Thailand in a couple of weeks, man. I'm going to do some live streams over there, some videos over there. I'm not going to compare the Philippines to Thailand, but I'm going to just give you my boots on the ground experience over in Thailand.
I don't have to hit them.
Yeah. Oh, no. I'm not talking about that. I'm just saying, you know how sometimes kids are kids and they do certain things, and you might tell them to go sit down somewhere. You know that's going to cause problems, right?
Yeah. Nope. She don't say anything. When they keep making too much noise, I tell them, hey, be quiet. Okay, go sit down. Go in the other room and play. And they go in the other room and play. They listen to me.
Yeah.
They call me daddy already.
Now, where'd you get married?
Huh?
Did you get married in church or where?
No, we had a civil wedding.
Okay. Now, what was you singing? You sent me that video. Well, I'm out for it, guys. I'm going to send you the links Sunday, James. Take care, everybody. Stay safe. Stay COVID-free. I've got to play the Sunshine Shoulders theme song. But, yeah, James is going to be in my Hall of Fame one way or the other. Because James is no joke. Yeah. Fred said, you definitely need to get James back. He may love her, but not be the same when it comes to her. Months not adding up. Now, that comes from the OG Fred saying that now. If Fred says that, you better watch out. Fred said the numbers ain't adding up. But we're definitely going to get James back on here Sunday. Hopefully he's got a better signal, guys.
The real nitty-gritty. Boots on the ground. It's the real nitty-gritty. Boots on the ground. It's the real nitty-gritty. Boots on the ground. It's the real nitty-gritty. Boots on the ground.
Hey, thanks, y'all. Hey, James, I'm going to see you on Sunday.
That'll work.
I'm going to send you the link Sunday. Maybe it's better weather and better connection, man, because we want to hear the rest of the story, okay?
Okay.
Thanks for your time, man. And we wasn't picking on you, man. We just want to hear your story. You're going to help some people, man. Okay?
All right.
All right, brother. I appreciate it. Take care.
Okay. Have a good one.
All right. You too, man.
All right.